Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we have a new knife to go over with you guys. This one's coming from Traditional Pocket Knives. We're going to be checking out the hot brass jack, single bladed clip point with the jigged stainless steel pattern going on it. So that's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to get to that. We also got some goodies in the box. Let's see what these are all about. Let's check them out together here, shall we? We got a Jolly Rancher, because you can never have enough of those. Haven't had those in a minute. Much appreciated. Thank you. We got a hot brass C. Rissner cutlery sticker specific to this knife. So that's pretty cool. We got a Band-Aid, because you can never have enough of those around. I actually have a new Band-Aid little section here in my office, just because I know I'm gonna need one eventually at some point. So I want to have them handy. TPK sticker here with the Ohio state outline going on there. And last but not least, C. Rissner cutlery since 1974. Very nice deer shot there with the mountains and whatnot. Looking pretty dope. But let's go ahead and get in here to see what the hot brass is all about. The hot brass jack kind of looks like that one movie, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, right? And then insert, Western background music here, if you know what I mean. And we got the, I want to say, if I had to guess, probably QSP is the OEM on this one, just based on the unboxing experience alone. All right, that would be an educated guess, if you know what I mean. So here we go. Let's go ahead and take this guy out here. Bam. And here we go, right? The hot brass. Let's see what the hot brass is all about. First things first, this one's going to be very, very affordable. We're looking at stainless steel going on here on the outside. Now, they have different finishes, many different variants available with inlays and things like that. But because I like a good old milling any day of the week, right? I absolutely went for the jigged milling here on this one, which I absolutely love. We got kind of like a bolster shield up here, but it's all part of the same, construction, since it's all stainless steel. You can see here in the back, there's your back spring. So you can see there's no gap or anything out of place. A nice fit and finish. Another bolster here towards the back as well, right? Nice and polished as compared to the middle section. All right, take a look there. And we have a good, what's a fuller going on there. We can pick on that, or we have a nice little cutout here on the handle as well. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and get this thing open here, shall we? Bam, there's your half stop. And bam, there's your full stop. Oh, man. Check this guy out. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Blade looks similar to, I think, the Kentucky Holler Jack. We'll take a look at that one in a moment. Perhaps kind of a bit on the narrow side. Do we have a hollow grind? I think we have a hollow grind here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely feels like one. Nice belt satin finish, hollow grind with the Bowie blade. Check that out. And these things are going to be lasers. You'll see them later in the cutting test. C. Rissner. Do we have 154 cm? Okay. It's a nice step up over 14C 28N, which is typically what you see on the budget slip joints like this one, or D2 if it's anything from, let's say, Roachcraft blades, for example. So 154 cm, that's a nice step up. Check out the jimping here on the blade. That's looking pretty nice as well. And yeah, let's check out the ergos while we're here, right? I have average size hands, not the biggest, not the smallest. I want to say my ring finger kind of wants to go into that cutout there, right? But yeah, overall, I'm able to get a full purchase on the handle here. Of course, this is a non-locking knife, so you wouldn't want to put too much pressure on the blade here as such. And that being said, let's go ahead and get it close here. All right, quite the resistance from that backspring, I'll tell you that. Bam, half stop. Oh man, that's a nice close, right? Let's listen to the audio here. Let me give you some ASMR, shall we? Oh man, that feels good. Not to mention, I'm loving the pattern here because it gives me a lot of grip. I have a lot of grip, and so you guys know me, I'm more of a monochromatic sort of knife lover here, and this one absolutely has a. It definitely has those aesthetics going on, and I love me some milling, man. I'm a sucker for milling on a knife. This one absolutely takes care of that. Not to mention, yeah, really good and comfortable in the ergonomics department. I'm going to give it a good, I want to say 9.5 out of 10 or so. If you got big old bear paws, right, perhaps you may run out of room here, but for me, there is absolutely plenty of handle there for days. I also put the thumb here on the Bowie portion of the blade, if you will. You can do a little pinch grip situation like this also. All right, all of those feel right at home. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons here really quick, rapid fire, next to some other slip joints here. This one is the QSP Hedgehog. This one is a TPK exclusive as well. And by the way, code Miguel10 should get you 10% off. Code Miguel10. Yep, just confirm Miguel10 will get you 10% off on these. And by the way, this is the one I was talking about earlier. This one is the Kentucky Holler Jack. Has a similar kind of cutout here on the handle. It's also a C Risner design as well, and also rocking 154 cm. So this one has the abalone scales, just like the QSP Hedgehog there. And you can see this one's maybe a little bit shorter, right? They both have a hollow grind, even though this one's a bit of a drop point blade, but kind of gave me Holler Jack vibes. But the hot brass jack there, right? You can see it's a little bit shorter than the QSP Hedgehog. These are all highly recommendable, and so many of them are still available, so I'll have them all linked down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. Well, let's do some of the usual ones here on the channel just for reference. Here is the Microtech MSI. Here is the Stitch. Obviously, those are going to be much larger knives, no doubt. And by the way, this slip joint can make a nice little secondary knife as well, or you know, like an office carry or smaller EDC carry, right? If you don't need to take a big old blade. There's a PM2. Here's the Para 3, right? Those are going to be obviously slightly larger. On the budget end of things, there's a Civivi Vision FG. Here is the Kaiser Militao. All right, those are slightly larger as well. And the QSP Porcupine, the CJRB Pyrite Light. All these are highly recommendable. All linked down below. And I do have content on all these knives. If you guys want to learn more, just put the knife name Miguel EDC in the YouTube search box, and you'll find that video right away. Quick measurements here from my knife nerds. All right, we got a little bit over 6 inches, like 6 1/4 overall length, 2.75 inches on the blade, 2.5 on the cutting path, and 3.5 on the handle. Getting a quick weight on this bad boy, I want to say, now we have stainless steel here, and there's quite some milling going on here for weight reduction. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but there is milling on the inside, so it's not the heaviest thing out there, right? So that definitely helps. I want to say somewhere around 3 ounces, right? That's what I'm going to go with. 3 ounces on the dot, right? Could be more, could be less. All right, a little bit more, 3.4 ounces or 96 grams. Not bad at all. 96 grams, 3.4 ounces. Can EDC that all day. Not too heavy, not too light. Just pretty much perfect size for EDC. Quick blade stock thickness here. We're looking at 0.11 here thickness on the blade. And as far as the handle goes, we have 0.45. All right, that's not bad. The average in the channel being 0.5 or half an inch. And the blade being a little bit thinner than the average 0.12 in the channel. All right, so that's not bad. But of course, you already know what time it is. It's time to get scientific with it here. So we're going to put that 154 cm to the test. All right, feeling nice and toothy there. Passes the scientific cutting test. Let's see what it can do here with the 5x zoom. Yeah, absolutely biting to that paper there like nobody's business. There we go. Hollow ground putting in some work. All right, there you go, guys. So as long as it gets a good initial bite, all right, obviously it's going to cut paper, no big deal. Have a single wall piece of cardboard right here, a little bit on the thicker side, cutting diagonally for better performance. It's going to look something like this. Here we go. All right, pretty good. Now keep in mind, it's not a full hollow, right? So it's a very short hollow grind, and it gets thick, right? That 0.11 inches thickness. So, you know, keep that in mind. But as long as you're cutting diagonally, that definitely helps with the performance. And now I'm just fighting for leverage here. There we go. So, a couple more cuts. And one final one. There it is. Well, there you have it, guys. This is again, the brand new C Risner traditional pocket knives hot brass jack. And I was telling Austin, it would be nice to see a brass version because, you know, it kind of goes well with the name hot brass. That'll be pretty epic to see. So currently they have this stainless steel jigged version, which is, again, my cup of tea all day, every day. They also have an abalone version, right? Just like this Kentucky Holler Jack right here. They have a black buffalo horn, and they also have a stag version as well. So all linked down below. Again, code Miguel10 gets you 10% off for you guys to check it out if you're interested. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you all like about it? What do you all love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this one. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.